recently the state of Washington started offering a gun buyback, an amnesty period for people to bring in guns. Now, before we talk about the dangers of the gun buyback, I want to start by saying if you live in Washington and you own your guns legally, meaning that you didn't steal them, you're not a convicted violent felon, outside of that, those are your guns. There is nothing that they could say or do that would make those guns illegal, and we need to quit letting local officials act like we're holding on to something that we shouldn't be holding on to. Because the Constitution of the United States guarantees you that right. So these gun buybacks that's taking place are really, I think they're, number one, they're dangerous. They're trying to convince law-abiding citizens that they are not law-abiding citizens, and giving them this opportunity to come forward with their firearms is absolutely ridiculous. And it has to stop, first and foremost. Washington offered this a few years ago. I think their first one that I'm aware of was 2013, as we saw the local officials, the local elected officials, really make this transformation over the last 10, 15 years into this completely ridiculous West Coast scenario that is almost as if you're in Oregon, Washington, or California. You're like in a whole different country. The types of illegal activities that local elected officials are putting on the citizens, and this just being a prime example of it. Now, where else are we seeing this? Well, places like, New York, New Jersey. You're also going to see this kind of thing. Anywhere where you see people that are very anti-Second Amendment, you're going to see these gun buybacks popping up. And what's behind them is really the danger. If you want to go sell your guns, that's on you. The danger in this is that they're convincing law-abiding citizens that they are not law-abiding citizens, and they're giving them this opportunity to become law-abiding citizens. But in the meantime, they are posing as illegal. They're infringing on your Second Amendment rights. They're infringing on your constitutional rights. They're infringing on your right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's a big deal, and when you see these gun buybacks pop up, we think, well, maybe it's not a big deal. It is a big deal, and we need to pay attention to it. 785 guns were destroyed in Seattle in 2013 when they did this back then, and now we're just going to be dealing with the same thing. So again, if you didn't steal them, or they're not stolen, maybe somebody else stole them and got them too. Somehow they weren't stolen. You bought them legally. Don't let somebody convince you that you're doing something wrong, because you're not doing anything wrong. They are doing something wrong. Don't go sell your guns. Don't do that. They're just going to destroy them, is what they're going to do with them. So any insight you might have on this, of what's taking place in Washington right now or in New York, put that below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel with Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.